Hello friends, we are kicking off our first vlog for 2025. This is going to be kind of a goal-oriented vlog, which I thought would be thematic and appropriate for January. I am going to play a round of my Christmas Scooby-Doo bingo, so we're going to do that. And I do this to kind of help me pick my TBR, so I am going to focus on some library books. I have some ebook arcs, and I have some new series from a 15 Cozy Mystery series I want to start in 2025 list that I'd also like to tackle. So I'm hoping to kind of get things rolling for the new year and to really knock out some arcs and hopefully start some series I was talking about, kind of just have a goal-oriented vlog. So let's go ahead and play bingo and see what we can get. So for those of you that are new, I pick a bingo board and then essentially I play the bingo by drawing random cards, and each card has a reading prompt on it, and whatever makes up the bingo at the end, I go back and I follow the prompts on those cards. So let's go ahead and pick our board. I like this one. This one looks really cute. I love the Scooby here at the top. And if you're wondering why I'm doing Christmas bingo even though it's January, a lot of the prompts I have on here are also kind of general like wintry prompts. And I still like reading some Christmas cozies or Christmas books in January, so I'm gonna do as much as I can this month with this bingo board just to kind of use it and have fun with it. Oh, I do have this one, which is theater or show in the cozy or mystery book that we picked. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a marker there. Let's pick one of these. Oh, a book published 5+ years ago. Okay, so I don't have that one. I thought I did. Don't have that. We do have this, which is a new release. Oh, we have this, which is a 5-star prediction. That would be nice to get. Okay. No. No bells. We do have this, which is a thriller. Oh, I would love this one, but we don't have the isolation trope one on this board. We do have this one, other fall or winter holiday, which would be nice. Let's put one down there. No close bingos yet. We have this one, a red cover. Okay, that would be nice. Let's see, how about this one? Oh, we have this, a supernatural one. Let's try that. And then we're close to a bingo here. I just need this one and I would get a bingo or this one. So let's see if we line up a bingo. We have this, which is set in another country, which gives us actually 3 potential bingos here if we get that one, or that one. Ooh, okay, let's see. Don't have that. Don't have that. Don't have that one. We have this one, which is start a new series, which would be perfect for this theme, which means we could also get a bingo this way. So we have a lot of bingo potential here. Let's see. Oh, here we go. A book I was given. This is our bingo. Here we go. Bingo. Okay, so let me remove these other tokens. Okay, so these are the 4 cards that make up our bingo. So a book I was given. Supernatural. That might be a little hard. I don't read too many supernaturals, but we're gonna take a look. A thriller. I just checked out a bunch of thrillers from my library, so this should be really easy. And I also have a bunch of thriller arcs. And then theater or show, like some kind of book that has a theater or show kind of at the center. All right, okay. And then as you guys, if you've seen these videos before, I'll link the playlist above, but I do have my Cozy Haven Patreon, and for them I pick a 5th card randomly and let them vote between a few options to fill that prompt. So we're gonna go ahead and pick one. All right, what are we feeling? What are we feeling? Animal Uncover. Okay, so that's probably gonna be like a cozy mystery, so I'm gonna pull that aside as well. And those are our 5 cards, so let's go pick out some books. I just took a look at my NetGalley arcs on my phone, and I think this would count as a book I was given because I got it from NetGalley. Like it's a, you know, an arc that I was approved for. So I think that counts as a book you're given. And this is called The Ski Resort. It's described as a totally addictive psychological thriller with a shocking final twist. It's by Catherine O'Connell. Let me see. This was previously published as First Tracks, but this is the revised edition for 2025. I'm not entirely sure. Or that could be my new release. Did I get a new? No, I didn't get a new release one. But I'm gonna go ahead and do that for the book I was given since I didn't like pay for this book. It was one I was approved for. Okay, and then I have two other thrillers that I checked out from the library that I'm interested in that for the thriller prompt. I have The Breakdown by B.A. Paris and The Christmas Guest by Peter Swanson, which is a Christmas novella. I think I'm gonna have to go with this one here because it's like a wintry thriller versus Christmas. So I think I'm gonna pick that for just the general thriller. So we got two thrillers. I wanna go pick out some like cozies now. The animal on the cover, Supernatural, will probably end up being cozies for these, so let's check these out. Okay, so I have The Breakdown by B.A. Paris for the thriller prompt. I picked up Widow's Walk by Amy A. Ray. This was a book that was gifted to me by the publisher that I'm really curious about. It takes place around Thanksgiving, and there is some kind of gala and like big dinner party, so I think that would qualify for like the show for this prompt here. Then for Supernatural, I picked Two Wicked Desserts by Lynn Cahoon. This is the second in the Kitchen Witch mystery series, so there is some supernatural, like magical element to this cozy. Then The Ski Resort for the book I was given, which is on my tablet here, so I can't really show you the cover too easily, but... And then for my Cozy Haven, the animal on cover, I'm going to have them vote between A Fatal Groove, which is a record shop mystery series, To Fetch a Felon, which is a Chatty Corgi mystery series, Elementary She Read, a Sherlock Holmes bookshop mystery series, and then Peg and Rose Play the Ponies, which is the third in the Senior Sleuths mystery series. And all of those have animals on the cover, so I will let you guys know in a couple days what the winner is for that. I didn't really get anything for my goal list that I wanted besides the e-arcs, so I'm hoping I'm gonna scratch off something and see if we get something I can use. So my friend Maddie from This Bookish Cottage made this. I think I'm gonna pick one from each because I'm feeling ambitious. So I'm feeling this one. What does it say? It says set this season. Okay, so some kind of autumn book. Okay, that shouldn't be too bad. And then Books with Amy Marie. This is one she made just for me, which is so sweet. Oof, I feel like this one feels good. Let's see. Most read genre. Okay, so really, that one is like pretty open-ended for me because anything in the mystery genre, which I consider thrillers like a subcategory of mystery, just like cozy mysteries are like a type of mystery. I don't know if that's technically accurate, but that's my most read genre is mysteries. Okay, so a mystery novel and then like some kind of fall book. So I think what I'm going to do for the mystery novel is this one here, which is from my 15 cozy mystery series I want to start list. This is part of the Mantra for Murder series, Diana Killian, and this is called Corpse Pose, and it's a yoga instructor. She inherits like her aunt's yoga studio, and there's a murder, kind of classic cozy, but I feel like this one looks really interesting. And then let's go find a fall book. I think I have the perfect one for fall. This one here I picked up in Ashland, Oregon. It's by Pamela Denke, and this is book one in the Court Reporter mystery series, and as you can see from the cover, it takes place around or during Halloween, so that would be fall. And this is actually one where the main character is a court reporter, which is based on the author's actual experience as a court reporter, so I think it's gonna be really cool. It's not too long. It's like just over 200 pages, so it's not super long, but I think that'll make a nice mix. So we have those cozy mysteries there, so two cozies, and then a third one that will get voted on, and then two thrillers, and then this one, I believe, The Widow's Walk. I think this is kind of like more of a general mystery, maybe mystery thriller, somewhere in between. I don't know if it's like a classic thriller. I will let you know as I go, but these are our picks, so let's go ahead and kick off this reading vlog. Hey guys, I have a reading update for you, a pretty big one. So I read this in practically one sitting, and that is The Breakdown by B.A. Paris. Wow. Okay, for starters, I thought this took place in the winter. It does not. It actually takes place in summer, so scratch that. I think I said it was a winter thriller. I think I thought the white cover, I thought it was like snow. It's not. But regardless of that, this was so good. This was a gripping psychological thriller about a woman who goes down this lane that her husband advises her not to, and because it's kind of like remote and it's like raining really heavily, but she decides to go down there anyway, and she sees this woman who's like in a car that's kind of broken down or like pulled off to the side of the road, and then later she finds out that woman was murdered and she feels guilty for not trying to help her, and all this stuff comes out. This is so good. B.A. Paris knows how to weave a really great thriller. I'm definitely going to be looking into binge reading a bunch of her thrillers this year, because Behind Closed Doors was one of my favorite thrillers of last year, and this was definitely very strong, like 4.5 stars, I would say. Really good. Then my patrons did finish voting, and I'm going to be reading To Fetch a Felon, which I'm partially listening to on audio and part reading physically. I am about a little under halfway through the book right now. This is a Chatty corgi mystery, and Oliver is the corgi character Emma, who is going to the small English countryside to open a tea shop. That's her goal, and her corgi can talk to her, but nobody else. Like, here's the corgi. So it creates a lot of funny scenes. If you like, you know, animals, if you love corgis like I do, I think you'll find this really fun. I think it's a spring cozy. I don't know if it said the exact time of year, but like spring is the vibe I'm getting. And if you like dogs, this is just so cute. This is so fun. I don't have a really solid theory for who has done it so far, but I'm just kind of enjoying the ride. Almost like the characters and the setting and stuff is kind of what's the key focus for me at this point, and I'm really enjoying it. Then I started the ski resort on my tablet, so that is The Arc, and this was actually previously published under a different title, so it's kind of new, kind of not. And so far it's good. I'm about halfway through that thriller, and I'm kind of lagging a little bit right now in the middle, but the character's interesting. It takes place in Aspen, Colorado. She survives this like avalanche just barely at the beginning, so I mean, you are thrown into action like right away. Lots of thrilling moments. So far I'm really enjoying this, and I'm looking forward to more. I'm going to try to read some more of it tonight, and we'll see what I get done with it, see if I finish it, but it's definitely, this one is a proper winter thriller, not like the breakdown that I thought it was like snow. I thought there was like a snowy component. No, it takes place in summer. So note that if you're a seasonal reader like myself. But the ski resort, tons of snow, lots of icy conditions. I have never personally been skiing. I don't think it would be for me, but it's definitely interesting. I'll give you that. Hi guys, it's the end of the night, so I have a really fast little update for you. I did end up DNFing the ski resort. I actually only made it like 33% of the way in, but it started off with such a thrilling, interesting hook, and then it got so slow that I was really struggling to like make any headway in it, which is about the opposite of what I want with a thriller. I'm a little more patient with mysteries, but when something's supposed to be really thrilling, I really want it to be page turning and easy and like I can barely put it down kind of feeling, and I just was struggling to pick it up, and I tried picking it up about 3 different times, barely made any headway, so it just didn't work out for me, so I'm kind of bummed about that, but that is a DNF for this vlog. So I'm going to continue working on To Fetch a Felon tomorrow, and then I'm probably going to start Corpse Pose, and I want to start the Widows, and I want to start the mystery thriller we have that I'm very curious about. So we have other books to move on to, fortunately, and hopefully they'll be bigger hits, but that is just a quick update before I head to bed. So, night guys. I took my Christmas decorations down in general and off my bookshelf, and it feels so empty. I need to put something over here because I had that big holiday sign and I had like a Halloween one before that. I still have my Scooby-Doo, of course. I put this little one out here. This lights up. This one my mom made me last year. It was actually an anniversary card, but I kept it because it like pops up and it's so cute. And this lights up, and then I put this here for a little bit of winter vibes, and I put this one out as just kind of a fun one, displayed this. I have some books that are missing here because I have some piled on the floor because I'm going to film later, but it just feels kind of sad and empty. I don't know, I might move this Sherlock Holmes thing here that's kind of randomly in the corner and maybe put that here. I don't know if it'd be big enough. We'll see. Anyways, I just did some walking on my walking pad. I'm going to do a little bit more this afternoon before I shower and get dressed. It is like noon, but I've been working really hard and getting a lot done, so I'm happy. But for lunch, I want to make myself quick salad, and I'm going to start one of these books. Isn't this cover amazing? I love this cover. And then this is just so fun. I love the title of this. I think this is fun. And this is just so pretty. And then I actually was signed because this author did very kindly send this book out to me, and I'm just really curious. It does take place around Thanksgiving. I think it's like a general mystery. I mean, it does not look cozy, clearly. I'm not sure if it's really thriller, but isn't this just beautiful? I'm really excited. And this is a series, so I am jumping in, but I was told that you can jump in around the series at any point. So I'm really excited to read this. I love the cover. I'm not sure which one I'm going to start. To Fetch a Felon is still going well. I'm still bummed about the ski resort not working out from last night, but it is what it is. So that is where we're at here. The stockings are gone. I mean, the house feels a lot bigger, and I did have this. My mom made me this gorgeous like shadow box. She bought the shadow box, and then she makes these beautiful like kind of scrapbook pages, and I put this one in there so I have something festive. I still have the wreath up. I would love to get like a blue winter wreath eventually if I find one like at a good deal at a thrift shop, but for now this is the only wreath I have. And we have white walls. Like everything is white. We're renters, and I just couldn't take it down. I needed some color over here. So, and I think it's beautiful, so I'm like, it's fine. That here is what I'm going to be using for my salad. I'm gonna chop up some cucumber. I have this, I think it's a tangerine. It's from like a family member's tree. I have some grape tomatoes, feta, spinach. I'm gonna chop the spinach up more. I tried to get the bunch on the wall, but they were out. This is my favorite dressing ever. At least like a store-bought one. I make a really good Caesar dressing, but I love this. This actually makes me want to eat salad, which is rare. And then I want to get some garbanzo beans. Aha! Oops. Okay. I do have some garbanzo beans, so I'll probably add like a third of the can to give it a little bit of protein. And I also just really love chickpeas. I don't know. I guess they're called both. I don't know if that's like a regional difference, but I'm pretty sure they're the same thing. So anyways, I'm gonna assemble the salad real quick and then start reading. Day, and I am in a good mood. Very, very good mood. I've had such a productive day. It is Friday. I am ahead of schedule. I actually finished my work early, and it's about 2:33 o'clock right now, and I am so hungry. I want to go and make some mac and cheese or some pasta dish or something. I also have this new blueberry muffin recipe I really want to try. It looks delicious, and it's from one of my favorite baking and like blogs slash YouTubers. I'll link the recipe down below, of course. And I thought I'd take you along. I might also do some prep for bread if I'm feeling it. So we're just gonna go have a fun time in the kitchen because that's what I'm feeling, and I'm hungry, and let's go. Okay, so I'm about to put these in the oven. They look really full. At least when I make cupcakes, usually I only do it like to 3/4. But I had this much batter and it's supposed to make 12 like regular sized muffins, unless I'm reading the recipe wrong. And then I did top it with a little bit of this vanilla bean sugar that my mom got me from this like local kind of specialty shop. And yeah, because it said you could top it with sugar if you wanted. So I was like, well, I don't see a reason why I couldn't do vanilla bean sugar, and there's vanilla in the muffins. That seems fair enough. We're gonna see. I also had a little bit of a mess up because I was focused on getting an angle right when I was baking, and I put too much baking soda in it. So I was able to scoop it out. So we're just gonna cross my fingers that it didn't really mess up the balance. We're just gonna see. This is an experiment. This could go really bad. We're gonna see, but here we go. Okay, so these are the finished muffins. It said to give them 10 minutes, which I did, to cool in the pan, and we're gonna try to get these out. The pan's not too hot. They're a little bit more golden than I thought. Oh boy, that's coming apart. Okay. I don't know if that's possibly because of the baking soda that I put in like too much. Oh no. Let's see. Okay. I mean, I don't know, it's still very soft, but let's see. I mean, it looks good. It's like this blueberry kind of exploded over here, but it looks pretty good. It's very golden. I tested them with a toothpick about 2 minutes before. I'm sorry if you can hear noise in the background. That's my laundry machine going. My washer, it's like incredibly noisy. Okay, so the bottoms feel very squishy. I know they're still cooling. I don't know. But I mean, they're looking pretty good. They rose. I don't think they like completely like went crazy with how high they went. So hopefully that's a good sign. Okay, I'm too excited to let these cool fully because I've been waiting like an hour to eat these. So I took a piece of the blueberry. They did cook all the way through, even though they felt very like squishy. I'm sure they'll firm up a little bit, but let's try this. That's good. But I can tell the sour cream is in the recipe. I really like that. They're super moist. They have a nice like slight vanilla taste to them with the vanilla extract. I got a good blueberry with that one. That's really good. I'm gonna say it was 7.5 out of 10. Maybe an 8. It's not my perfect blueberry muffin, but it's also my first time making them and they're still really good. So I'm happy with it. I'll have the recipe down below if you want to check it out, but I think that's a pretty good muffin. Hello friends, good morning. I have some big reading updates, so I thought I'd take you along as I do my makeup. My hair is currently wet and air drying, so if it looks a little weird, that's why. So, but I have reading updates on 3 different books. I finished To Fetch a Felon, I have a DNF, and I also have progress on another book. So we're gonna get into some reviews for these 3 books: To Fetch a Felon by Jennifer Hawkins, Corpse Pose by Diana Killian, and Widow's Walk by Rami A. Wright. So I'm really excited. We're gonna go and do my makeup. I've already applied some moisturizer, eyeshadow primer, and filled in my eyebrows just a little bit just to prep. And yeah, let's go and do this. Also, I can't wait. My friend Sonia got me the most beautiful earrings. Look at these. I cannot wait to put these on. Are those not the most adorable, bookish, cozy earrings you've ever seen in your life? Because I can't wait to put those on. So let's go ahead and start. I am going to be using this new palette that my grandma got me for Christmas. It's called Sugar by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's really pretty. Yeah, I gotta use a little bit of that blue. That's just a touch of blue. I'm not going anywhere, but that doesn't mean I can't wear blue sparkles on my eyes. So anyways, let's go ahead and start with the book that I finished. To Fetch a Felon by Jennifer Hawkins. So I listened to quite a bit of this on audio because the accents and the way the narrator did Oliver the Corgi's voice. Oliver the Corgi. This is the first in the Chatty Corgi mystery series. I will be continuing this series. There are 3 out in it right now. And oh my goodness, is this a hilarious read. So this is a very, I mean, it's called a Chatty Corgi mystery, but I just want to stress, Oliver talks a lot, okay? And only his owner can understand him, nobody else can. But their relationship is hilarious. And you can tell the author really did her research, knows her corgis. Like, he has such a fun personality, and he'll be talking about like tracking and herding, and it's just so fun. I love them. So basically our main character Emma wants to open a tea shop, and someone is murdered in the area, which kind of slows her plans down. She starts to get involved in the case. Oliver is involved in the case. Like, this is a very, like, they'll be having conversations. So if you're a dog lover, I think you're really gonna like this series. It is so fun. It's a very humorous cozy mystery. Like, more than anything, I would say humor is what comes through the most for this series. But the mystery was really compelling. It had some really good clues dropped throughout. I liked a lot of the characters around her. I feel like they were fleshed out. The ending for this was really compelling. I was really on the edge of my seat. I would recommend, I loved reading this physically as well, but I would recommend the audiobook if you do listen to audiobooks, because the narrator was fantastic. It was hilarious. And yeah, that's really, I mean, the setting is in the English countryside. It's really beautiful. Oliver is definitely the highlight of the story, but Emma's a really great character. I loved just all the doggy scenes in this. Was absolutely hilarious. Okay, I think that looks decent. Sometimes it's hard to tell when I'm talking and filming. That's always interesting. Okay, so fair warning, I'm trying this new foundation out and I really like it, but I think I actually got a shade too light, which is very uncommon for me because usually I struggle to find a shade light enough. This is the foundation. I really like it, but if it looks really light, that's because it is a little too light on me, but I will bronze it up to make it look a little more natural. But if I look ghostly for a bit, just, I'll fix it. I'll try to fix it. It's gonna be okay. Yeah, so I would say 4 stars for me. I definitely plan on reading the Chatty Corgi series in the future. I think I'm going to try to get it on Audible because I think they have the other 2 books in the series. And it's just hilarious. Like, I would just be cooking and Oliver would be chatting up a storm, and he was just so funny and being like, these humans, they don't know how to solve things. Like, why are they always chatting around? Let's go get things. You know, I'll go dig around and get the clue. And it was just really good. The mystery was involved. It was well thought out, and I'm looking forward to book 2, especially because I'm imagining her tea shop will be up and running in that book, and in this one she hadn't yet opened it. It was more of like a prequel to her opening her shop and trying to get things sorted. So I'm looking forward to having that cozy environment with the tea shop. Yeah, that's definitely a bit light, but that's okay. I will use it up and it'll be fine. We will fix it. So moving on to the DNF. I am shocked by this DNF. I was so gung-ho about this and really thought I was going to love it. And that's Corpse Pose by Diana Killian. This was on my 15 Cozy Mystery Series I want to start list. And unfortunately, I will not be continuing this series. So our main character in this is AJ. And she is, I don't like her. The main character is the main reason I'm DNFing the series. I find her very abrasive and unlikable. And granted, she's gone through a rough time recently. She has had her 10-year marriage end because her husband has come out as gay. So of course this is devastating for her. You know, she and him had a good relationship otherwise, and it was just, obviously, you know, this is a blow to her. She's shocked. Her plans in life are kind of an upheaval, and then her aunt is murdered and she finds out she is the heir, like pretty much the sole heir to this yoga empire. So she's suddenly very wealthy. She's got this yoga studio and like business. What I didn't like about this character is that she was so like unhappy with like every aspect of everything. Now I don't expect her to be happy because her aunt's just passed away, but you think she would be a little bit surprised or grateful when she finds out she's the heir to this like huge fortune. No, she's not. Her mother comes back, they have a very strained relationship. I didn't get far enough to kind of figure out why. I don't know. but she didn't have like one good relationship with anybody. Like her ex-husband is actually a very sweet guy, and he feels horrible about this whole thing, and I don't expect her to forgive him and like snap, you know. I have no idea if he knew the whole time or what the circumstances are, but he was trying really hard to be like at least friends with her and to be supportive of her. Like when he found out her aunt had passed away, like he calls her up, you know, he's like really trying. And then her mom, she's like giving the second degree. She didn't seem to have like any friends, nothing, and I don't really blame other people. I wouldn't want to be her friend, honestly. She just seemed like somebody who would just be miserable regardless if a giant fortune landed in their lap. Like she just seemed like kind of a miserable person, and I just don't enjoy reading that. Like I understand characters having negative emotions, of course, when they get bad news or they're recovering from this like 10-year marriage and divorce, you know, they're trying to come to terms with it. Of course I understand that, but like she was just miserable at every moment of this book. And then the other thing I didn't like was that I guess this is maybe a result of her husband coming out, but she, from like every man she ran into, like the police officer who was asking her questions about her aunt and like, you know, trying to rule her and her mom out as a suspect, like she just assumed every man she met was gay and then would make these like awful stereotypes about them. And I just was like sitting there like feeling very uncomfortable because I was like, okay, I don't know if that's just because she's really like because of what happened with her own marriage, I'm not sure, but like there was just this awful stereotyping and I just couldn't do it. But mostly just her attitude. She was very whiny, and yeah. So if you have a yoga cozy mystery that you recommend, I would love it, because I was so excited for the theme for this, but I really did not like the main character for this series, so I am not planning on continuing it. So that is one book out of 15 crossed off on the cozy mystery series I want to start. Unfortunately, not with a strong start, but hey, one down. I have Widow's Walk, A Martha's Vineyard Murder by Rami A. Ray. It's a dinner party and death is on the menu. So this was a book that was very kindly sent to me by I believe it was like their PR, the author's like PR person. But I am on chapter 12, 92 pages in. The book is about 340 pages. So I'm close to a third of the way in, and I'm really liking this. Our main character in this is Kyra. So it does look, this series there was a previous book before this, but it looks like each one can be read as a standalone. So this one takes place leading up to Thanksgiving, and our main character is Kyra. She's an attorney, and basically she celebrates Thanksgiving with her family, and then she and several of her family and like friends and stuff go to this island, to this big estate, because she's going there for like a work function that she's not excited about. And she gets there and there's only like her and a few other people, like I guess it got canceled or something. It's very ominous. There's a lot of character build up, but there's some kind of dinner party that is coming up and someone presumably is murdered at the dinner party. So far we haven't actually got into that murder. It is like a lot of character build up, so I would say more of a slow burn mystery, so keep that in mind depending on if you're someone who wants to get like right into the mystery. But I am really enjoying the relationships between Kyra and her family and like some of the secrets and things they have, and I'm just really enjoying it. I really like her aunt. Her aunt is this, how would I say, she's like an architect, like restoration expert. So she restores like beautiful historic homes, and so she's like geeking out over this beautiful estate that they're at, which I love. But the atmosphere for this is great. So I'd say so far the characters and atmosphere are great. I wish the plot was kicking off a little bit faster, but I have a feeling I'm about like just on the brink of getting into it. So I do plan on reading more of this today. I have reading sprints at 4 o'clock my time tonight on YouTube, and I'm really excited. So I'm planning on trying to read some of this. And I also want to get more into The Court Reporter Always Gets the Last Word by Pamela Denke. This is book 1 in the Court Reporter mystery series. I'm only like 1 or 2 chapters in, so I don't have any real thoughts yet. This does take place in 1996 in Santa Monica, California. It's leading up to Halloween, and there's some kind of like Medical company where an attorney is like helping them kind of get away with like scamming people. So I'm thinking that's gonna be like the central problem, and someone's gonna be murdered kind of surrounding that. I want to know why there's an alligator on the cover. for multiple reasons, because one, an alligator it's a pretty distinct animal to have on a cozy mystery cover, and two, are there alligators in California? I mean, I'm sure there are, like, in zoos and stuff, but are there... I wasn't aware that there were alligators, like wild alligators in California. Pretty sure. Like, I don't know, I think like Florida, Everglades, maybe Louisiana or something. Yeah, so I just want to know about the alligators, but so far the writing is really enjoyable. It is a very quick read. It's like just over 200 pages, so I'm really hoping to make some good progress on both of these tonight. So far this is reading as like a general mystery. It hasn't been super graphic or anything, a bit of cursing, but definitely a little bit darker in tone than a cozy, and then this one is a very classic cozy. So I'm very excited. I also like that this is set in 1996 because there's not going to be like the technology that we have today, so that's kind of fun, but it's still like close enough to today's times where it's like a modern cozy, but it's without the technology that we have, so I think that's actually really fun, and I'm looking forward to this. Okay, so don't mind my hair, it is still drying, so I'm not going to do anything with it yet, but we are going to put these really cute earrings on, and otherwise that is my final look. I think it's so fun. I love it. Okay, so I think that is everything. So yeah, unfortunately we had 2 DNFs this reading vlog, which is pretty rough. And one that I was really excited about. So this one, the ski resort, just didn't work out. This was a big hit, as well as the breakdown. So we've had 2 like very big hits and 2 DNFs, and I'm hoping that these 2 so far seem to be very good. So hopefully these will also be strong reads and we can kind of resuscitate the vlog. And then I also have 2 Wicked Desserts by Lynn Cahoon. I have that on my nightstand, but I am just starting that book. So I have 3 books left for this vlog, and we're gonna see how this goes. Alright, so we have some good and some not good news. This reading vlog is really brutal. I don't know if it's just me this week, but I'm having a really rough time. This is my 3rd DNF this week. And that is Widow's Walk by Rami A. Ray, and I'm so bummed about this. I made it about halfway, just under halfway into it, so to chapter 20. The reason I'm DNFing this is not because of the writing style or the characters. I think both of those are amazing. The atmosphere and setting for this, I mean, just look at this cover. Gorgeous. But there are so many details about the legal work that our main character does, Kyra, that I just feel kind of slow down the pacing. And then I'm also halfway through this book, and no one has been murdered. And I'm just... It's a murder mystery, like I just want the mystery to happen a little bit faster. Like I can get behind a slow burn sometimes, but this one is a little too slow burn for me. Again, I so appreciate the publisher for sending this to me. I'm so excited to have had the chance to read this. I really do appreciate it, but I just was looking for something a little bit faster pace. If you do enjoy like the legal details, a lot of character building, if you think the setting is interesting, I would check it out. The writing is absolutely beautiful and phenomenal, but I was looking for something a little more plot driven. And then on audio and physically, I finished 2 Wicked Desserts by Lynn Cahoon. This was great. I'm gonna give this 4 stars. This is the 2nd book in the Kitchen Witch mystery series. It's definitely, this book feels more supernatural than the first because our main character Mia is really stepping into her supernatural abilities. Her grandmother is teaching her. I feel like there's not as much like active sleuthing, I'll say. She just kind of stumbles more into it. So it's more about the characters, the kitchen witch magic, I would say, than it is sometimes about the mystery. So if you're looking for a very mystery-driven mystery, keep that in mind. But if you're someone who does enjoy those supernatural cozies that are focused on more supernatural elements and the characters, and you like the kitchen witch aspect, I think you'll really enjoy this. There's a very cute cat with lots of personality. I plan on continuing to read this, so I'd say like 3.75 to 4 stars for me. It was a really good read. And I'm just reading the Court Reporter series now, and I am about 60 or so pages into that. Really enjoying it so far. It's a very kooky mystery in like the best way possible, and we have had some introductions to the alligator, which I was very excited about, and I'm loving. My only thing I think is kind of interesting is that I feel like everybody in this book is a model. I mean, literally the main character's mom is a model, but I feel like the way she describes like every other like man, especially the men in this book, she describes them all and they all sound like they could be models. Like the way she's like, oh, they're 6'4" and like this and this, like I don't know what it is. I mean, maybe it's because it does take place in California. Maybe that's it. I don't know. I guess maybe that's the stereotype. I'm not saying that as a criticism, I just think it's kind of funny. The alligator scene is interesting. I'm really enjoying the main character and kind of learning where she's come from. I like her roommates that she has, because she lives in her mom's old home. Her mom now lives like in the cottage out back, and she's taken over the main home as like a present from her parents, and she takes care of her mother, which I like, and then she rents the upstairs to like her legal assistant and his partner, and I'm just really enjoying this. I think the California setting is great. The mystery is fun. There is a bit of Halloween fun. It sounds like there's going to be a Halloween party coming up, which I'm excited for. And we got into the mystery pretty quickly. So far I'm enjoying this. I'm hoping this will kind of finish off the vlog strong, because I had 7 books in total. I think I had 3 DNFs, right? Yeah. Alright guys, we're wrapping up this vlog with a final review of The Court Reporter Always Gets the Last Word by Pamela Denke. This is a really strong start to the series. I'm very curious about how the series is going to continue. I have the prequel somewhere. Here it is. Wrong Place, Wrong Time to the series here, which I have never personally read a prequel to a cozy mystery series that I can remember. Let me know if you have. So I'm really curious to read that now, hoping to read that in the near future since I just read book 1 here. This is fun. I'm gonna say, I'd say like 3.5 stars, which I feel like sometimes people think 3.5 stars, that's not that good. No, that is 3.5 stars is above average. It's a good read. It's one I would recommend. The alligator scenes, just wow. I really enjoyed that aspect. It's just like a really random but fun aspect. I loved the Halloween party with the costumes. I loved all the court reporter details. That was super interesting. I feel like the mystery wrapped up a little, it felt like a little rushed or haphazard to me. Like I was kind of, it wasn't my favorite ending to the mystery, but overall I really enjoyed the pacing. I liked the main character. I really loved the court reporter elements. If you're interested at all in court reporting, this is a really interesting read. It was really cool to kind of follow her around like kind of day in my lifestyle and see what she did for a living, because I've just never met someone who's a court reporter. So I found that to be super interesting. The setting is really idyllic. The main character is a runner, so you get lots of like beautiful snippets of the weather as you're going. I loved the Halloween scenes, and overall I thought this was a really good, compelling read. I'm looking forward to reading the prequel. So that is my final note. So we did end on a better note, thankfully, because I think this is the most DNFs I've had in any vlog ever. So not my favorite reading vlog ever, unfortunately, but hey, you know, it is what it is. Things happen. Books, you know, some books aren't made for everybody. You know, books are going to appeal to some people and not to others, so that's just how it is. But I hope you enjoyed this reading vlog and hanging out with me. Thanks for being here. If you enjoy book content or cozy vlogs like this, I post new content every week on my channel. I hope you'll hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!